sand and gravel. The fish that you are seeing right now are kind of following us. Oh, guys on the right side, you see that big pole out there? Way back in 1991, we sunk 2 airplanes here. When we sunk them, we had the pole standing up. We put the plane on the pole. And we're going to go to those planes in a little bit. But what happened, we had a hurricane here in 1992. It lifted up the planes and they flew away. That shows you how strong the current was. It was a Category 4 hurricane. Wait till you see the planes. You're going to be surprised. It amazes me that the current was that strong. We're very lucky in Hawaii. We get a hurricane every 30 years or so. In Japan, they had one 2 weeks ago. In Japan last year, they had 29 of them. So we're just very lucky in this part of the world. What usually happens to the hurricanes that hit China, Japan, Indonesia, by the time they make it over here, they can turn into a tropical storm. So we get some rain, but that's about it. Okay, so 1992 is when we had our last hurricane. Okay, Captain Reb's got us at 54 feet. Little bit of coral here and there. Not a lot. Not enough for a lot of fish.
Oh,
the black fish out there are called black durgan. The other fish out there, pretty much mostly butterfly fish. The white and the yellow striped fish, that is his damselfish. And we're already very close to our first artificial reef. We're at 60 feet now. Let me tell you about these first structures we're going to. There's 6 of them. They look like pyramids, so that's why we call them the pyramids. Way back in 1989, the University of Hawaii came up with the design for these. They actually won grant money to build these. They're cement on PVC pipe. Everybody, after we sunk these with the University of Hawaii, the fish life went up 3,000%. It went up from absolutely nothing to a lot of fish. And you'll see what I mean in a little bit. On the right side in the front with me, that's 100 feet down there.
So I'm sorry.
So that is the south end of the island. After 100 feet, 30 meters. We can take customers to 150 feet. We never do because there's nothing to show you. It's just sand. We could cover up the numbers and say, hey, we're at 150 feet because that's all it is. It's just sand. That's one of the reasons why we have such a pretty blue ocean. When that sunlight bounces off, the bottom is bouncing off of white sand. It's not bouncing off of kelp or coral. And then it goes back up to the surface and you have that real bluish color.
Wow.
Yeah. Right side, see that little pipe down there? Those pipes? That's got to be on our right side. Left side, here we go, guys. We're at the pyramids.
The pyramids? What?
1989 is when we sunk these.
Pyramids.
On the left, the black fish is a damselfish. The yellow fish are called blue striped snapper. All the fish you guys on the left are looking at right now are eating plankton. Right side, here we go. Okay guys, see that group of fish, the reason why they're grouped up like that is because the current's strong. You can tell what the current's doing just by looking at those fish. If it was real strong, they'd be on the bottom.
Whoa!
Okay? Those are called blue striped snapper, and they are all eating plankton. And remember I told you about the hurricane? That's what the hurricane did out there, guys. I was told that when the hurricane hit here, the water, the surface right above us got over 15 feet high, about 6 meters high in waves.
Those are pyramids.
And all of that damage probably happened within about a minute, 2 minutes. Now I love to talk about this part. You guys on both sides, the front with me, you look outside here, nothing out there, right? Everybody, you should see this place at night. There's octopus everywhere. The first time I was scuba diving here at night, it was like being in a scary movie. Because you have your light zone from your light, and all you see ahead of you are octopus swimming back and forth. They're about this big, Okay, they're real little things. They have a beak inside of them that what that octopus does, it'll go on top of a lobster and break it in half. So guess what it does to a finger? You gotta leave them alone. During the day you can touch them, but at night you definitely do not bother them. They're under the stones right now. I got a really neat spot. I'll show you where they are in a minute. Now, the right side in with me, out here, it looks like, you're gonna see it looks like grass. That is our seaweed. Our seaweed gets about this tall here. If we have anybody from the northwest coast here, you're used to kelp. We don't have that here because our water is too salty and warm. Left side, guys, these are so good. These are from the Asahi Chemical Corporation in Osaka, Japan, sunk in 1991. Now, look at the top fish. Those big silverfish. Those are called giant trevally. They will ram the bottom of the sub because we're in the way. That is the most aggressive fish we have here. They will bite sharks to get the sharks to leave, and I have been rammed by them while diving here underwater. And the ones that you are looking at right now are little. Those are 20 pounds. The biggest one on record is 198 pounds. Taller than me.
That's a fish.
Now, if you go fishing, and let's say you catch one of them, what they will do is take a picture of it, and they'll throw it back in the water. They have worms in their meat. So I've caught them, you fillet them, you hold the meat up in front of a light, it's like lice in the meat, you gotta throw it out. That's why there's so many of them. And kind of a neat camouflage, some are silver and some are black. What that fish does is it'll move its scales. So when it goes to hunt, it turns like a charcoal black and hides. You guys on the left and the front, those yellow fish are millet seed butterfly fish. And also on the left and the front with me, look at how there's hardly any more fish. There's no place to hide. On the right side, guys, if you were to go that way, that would take you back into Waikiki Beach. And you would not believe all the moray eels that we have here. All those holes, all those crevices are moray eel holes. Everybody, this place at night is completely different. Guys, at night, the octopus are out. They're hunting the crabs and lobsters. The crabs and lobsters are hunting out whatever they eat. I'm really not quite sure what those guys eat at night. And the eels are swimming around looking for the octopus. So when I bring my divers here, I have to tell them 1,000,000 times, do not put your hand into a hole. Because if you do, Mr. Moray Eel is there, and an eel sees this coming in, it looks like an octopus. And I have a friend of mine who almost lost his thumb here, because he put his hand in to get a shell. And he got bit, and a moray eel's teeth are faced in. So what's the first thing you're going to do if you get bit? You're going to pull your hand out, and he's shredded his whole hand. He's really lucky he didn't lose that thumb. So, when you go to Hanama Bay snorkeling and you're only in 5 feet, do not put your hand into a hole, because that rule goes the same place. Okay? All right, Captain Reb is going to spin us around here. You guys on the right side, we're going to go to those structures. Left side, we're coming on the reef here. On the left side, guys, look at the bottom. That's our seaweed. Now that's what the turtles eat here. When the turtles are young here, they eat squid and octopus and jellyfish. But when they become adults, they turn vegetarian, like a lot of us do.
They turn vegan.
And it's the iodine in that seaweed that turns their fat green.
They turn vegan. That must suck, turn vegan. Where?
Okay, also guys, on the left side as we come up, you notice there's a lot of coral here, but no color. Everybody, when we descended today,
It's all bleached.
the density of the water absorbed all of our reds, yellows, and oranges, so you're left with a more like of a blue color. But if you're wearing, for example, if you're wearing anything a regular red, it is now turned purple. Okay, but I got two really, hopefully, special guests with me. You two young ladies with the very bright pink shirts. I'm only going to let you do this once. I want you to stand up on your seats. Stand up and show us those nice bright shirts. Wow, look at how bright those shirts are, guys. That's because there's fluorescence in it. This is like a black light effect. How about a round of applause for my lovely assistants here, okay? Guys, have the person next to you smile. Your teeth are now yellow.
What?
That is the fluoride in the toothpaste reacting to the black light down here.
Mine are white.
If your teeth are not yellow right now, that means you need to brush your teeth more, okay?
I brushed
Okay,
my
left
teeth.
side, guys. In the front with me.
Oh yeah, they're yellow.
Those right where the reef
Now you
wall
say
meets
they're
the
yellow.
bottom.
If he never said that, you would say
That
they're
is
white.
where
They
the
are
Moridio
yellow
holes
now.
are.
Look, are they yellow? If they're yellow, I brush my teeth.
They're not
You guys
really
coming
yellow.
up on the right side
brushed
in
my
those
teeth.
structures. Hey guys, I know you've seen like those National Geographic kind of movies where the coral is always very, very beautiful and bright. When they film those shows, I've done this job a couple times, the divers are holding lights about this big. It's the underwater light that brings it out. If I was diving here in this area with a big underwater light, believe it or not, this is orange. So if you don't have that light, the colors are much darker.
Whoa, that's the Japanese thing. That sunk.
Okay, right guys, right side.
You said those are aggressive fish. And those are little ones. They're 90-pound fish. Swordfish and like tuna aren't even that big sometimes. And those are big fish.
Now guys, this artificial reef, if you compare this to what they use in Japan, China, Korea, also California, these are toys. They're like 7 times bigger. After they sink them in the ocean, within a month they're covered with seaweed. And then they use that seaweed for their food and medicine. If you have ever eaten sushi, the green covering, the nori, that's where that comes from. But unfortunately, our water's too salty and warm for that.
Some more.
Also, you guys in the front with me, if you notice, you see that big piece of rope out there. That rope is pointing offshore towards Diamond Head. So Diamond Head is that way. We are in a Diamond Head current. The airport is that way, and Waikiki Beach is that way. If the current switches and goes towards the airport, we would have to cancel because the visibility would get very bad. So you will notice, everybody, on all of our structures, we always have a piece of rope. Okay? So what that comes out to is our $8 million submarine relies on a $2 piece of rope as the main navigation aid. See, ropes do not break down in salt water. Electronics do. Okay guys, Captain Rev is taking us out of both the natural artificial reef. We're at 21 meters right now, 83 feet. The bottom here is exactly 100 feet. There is nothing here. Now, if you were to go in front of Hanauma Bay at the same depth, everybody, I think that's probably the prettiest spot on the island for diving. It's like a carpet of coral down there, well past 100 feet. On the left, in just a moment, you're going to see pieces of aluminum and steel. That is from those 2 airplanes I was talking to you about. So that's where we're going next. The airplanes are from the Mid-Pacific Airlines Company. They went out of business in 1989. We bought 2 of them, and we cleaned them up, and then we sunk them for the tour. We're going to see them first on our right side, and then on our left side.
Get all that.
And also, you guys are going to notice, when you're looking at the bottom, sometimes it looks like there's circles of stones. Those are octopus holes. Oh, we got spotted eagle rays, guys. Oh, look at the big trevally that just came out. Right side. Spotted eagle ray on our right side.
Oh, it's a stingray.
That big trevally that came out, that was probably about 60 pounds. All the other fish there are eating plankton.
Plane.
Nice. Hey guys,
Sorry,
take a
didn't
look
see
at the
the
depth
stingray.
gauge. 105
Well, guys,
feet,
that's
we're about
gonna be the
32
video.
meters.
Hope you
Congratulations.
enjoyed. Like, subscribe.
If I'm scuba diving down here, I can see the dive boat.